I'm ready to fuck right now.
It's in Danielle Steele. So.
Well, you know, she does more than write those shitty novels.
She lives them.
Damn, yeah, that's right.
Little whore.
Through music and physical experience.
Type O.
Type bro.
That's like the first time we kind of got in the show with that, yeah?
I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, we might have. God, we've done this quite a bit. Yeah.
Fucking episodes,
and we played 2 songs apiece. Yeah. So, goddamn, that's a tall order to remember. You need to make a log, or start noting it in the little shitty description YouTube allows you.
Yeah, sounds like work. All right.
And, well, they need to make that better and also work on their app apparently.
Yeah, not the easiest one because they're trying to make you do the premium one that you have to pay for. So.
Well, I'm talking about the experience we had last night.
Yeah, well, that was a little
where you basically wiped out.
Yeah,
what was a pretty goddamn gnarly mandolin cover of that
Tyler Childers.
Yeah, the fucking Angry Ginger Man.
I thought I was just removing from the playlist. No, from the queue. Yeah. No, I was removing the video, and you can't go back. Oh, I changed my mind.
Right, yeah, that's a big flaw, YouTube. Bad form.
Learn my lesson. Never put your own shit in the playlist. So
yeah, your hubris will be your undoing.
Yes, I don't think
I put phase shift shit in there all the time. But granted, by that time I'm brown out drunk and nothing needs to be deleted. I just turn everything off.
That's the one where you shit your pants.
That's where brownout is where you still have control, but you don't remember what you
shit your pants.
I have never. I've thought I shit my pants, but I've never shit my pants.
Yeah, well, that's good.
I might have had like a Leahy moment or two.
Because they did call something like the brown note, right?
Mighty brown note, yeah.
It's supposed to be like an E flat or something like that.
Something that just resonates so hard it shakes the shit right out of your shackles.
Yeah, like to where your anus doesn't know that it's supposed to be working that day.
Which that's got to be bullshit.
It's supposed to be like Dante off of fucking Clerks.
You know what? I fucking read where the Clerks sequel and the Mallrats sequel have been fucking canceled. Because Kevin Smith, the 120-pound fucking the dude looks really bad. I hate it when fat dudes get really thin. I know it was because he might die if he didn't.
Sure.
But like the Al Roker thing, it's Al Roker syndrome.
You get weird.
Yeah, you still have that huge-ass head. But tiny ass body. It just shows like what was under all that there was nothing there. Which I'd like to think if that were to happen to me, I got something under here. Yeah. I'm not just gonna have these small ass arms, small ass legs, but it's still a huge ass head.
The problem is that, and initially he had said, I said, well, I've taken on the vegetarian lifestyle. I'm kind of like
very stale lifestyle.
Between vegan and vegetarian. Not that I'm telling everybody else that's what they need to do. I needed to do it for myself. But you eventually become a proselytizer.
Absolutely, especially if you're a fucking man of note, man or woman.
And that's kind of his thing now. So he's more aggravating than fucking Dane Cook now. So
yeah, well, when you have a life-altering event, you usually come out of it a bit more annoying.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, any near-death experience changes you, but it makes you far more aware of what you're doing and what everybody else is doing.
Roman Polanski.
What happened to him?
Sharon Tate got murdered by Charles Manson.
Oh, right. I was thinking about
I'm sorry, I went dark. Immediately I went dark, but yeah.
Well, we are dicks here. We've never tried to shield that. God, man. We got a little late start today.
Yeah, no, here's why. It's because there's a lot of reverberations around on the interwebs that Tool's getting ready to crank out something new. And maybe they are, maybe they're not. I will say this, everybody get excited because it's, holy shit, Adam Jones laying down a new riff. It's an old riff. Look back to Descending. They put it out of 2015, 2016.
Yeah.
Just because that you don't have Justin Chancellor in there, you don't have fucking what's his face on the fucking drums back there. I'm sorry, I never remember that dude's name because he's a drummer, and I'm terrible with drummers. But but it's not a new riff. It's an old riff. It just doesn't have anything around it. And granted, he's playing on a real bendy little bitch with a weird fucking little speaker built in.
Yeah, that's like a busker all in one.
And who's to say that Adam Jones isn't trolling folk now because fucking Maynard's always doing it. How do we know Maine's like, I'm getting bored of this. Somebody else troll these fools.
What if they're going to Yari everybody? Say, okay, look, here's the deal, guys.
We want a golden sauna.
We'd love to put this out for you, but the thing is, we need our own island to record it on. And the only way you can hear it is if you come to the island.
And we want it to be like with all the weird villain shit that all Bond villains had, like weird long corridors and people wearing hard hats and white suits.
Yeah. God, man, those Winter Sun fans, you motherfuckers.
Yeah.
I hope you feel like your investment was well spent, because how long has it been since 4 seasons been out?
Oh, fuck. We're coming on, 2 years now? Something like that?
Which means...
year and a half, 2 years?
Which means that goddamn crowdfunding shit was at least 6 to 12 months before that.
So probably a year and a half since the seasons came out, right?
I don't know. It feels like it has been a long time.
Well, we've been doing this show for 2.5 years. And that was actually one that... It wasn't one of our early shows, but it fucking was probably a good 6, 7, 8 months in that we started catching
July
shit.
21st, 2017.
There we go.
So it's been out...
Almost 2 years.
Almost 2 years. And I got to see when the goddamn crowdfunding started. Because that's what I mean. All these fucking promises were made to these poor, sad people.
Yeah. It's like, we already got Time 2 done, but we want our own studio so we can make it even better. There is no Time 2.
Yeah, guess what?
There is no Time 2.
Yeah, you're getting Winter Sun anniversary shows. You know who does that? Bands that are done giving you new shit. Because guess what?
Now, I'll say Wayne Newton, but yeah.
Well, but look at that poor guy.
Yeah, exactly. Well, he and Yari look about similar as far as stages in life go.
You know, I need to make it a routine every time I come to the Mead Hall. Every time I leave my house, I have my grandfather put a horseshoe, an old-ass horseshoe I think he probably had since he was a child, above the door frame. Give it a little pat, before you head out for a little bit of luck.
Yeah.
I'm going to use your Julie Newmar photo for that when I come over here.
Well, that's a good one for it.
God damn.
She was a looker.
Dude, I'm telling you, that I've never seen a picture of Julie Newmar like that.
That's my birthday gift to myself, was an autographed Julie Newmar 8x10.
I didn't even know she was still alive.
Yeah. Yeah, she's like 80-something, but she was the original Catwoman.
Still has a delicate hand, too. That is a fucking beautiful autograph.
Yeah, I mean, I'm the only one in this room that she said fondly.
Yeah, fondling.
Yeah.
I thought that's what it said.
I think it's fondly, but yeah.
No. Damn, yeah, but God, you took it out immediately, like I had goosebumps. I was just like, shit, that's smoking hot.
Yeah, that's...
I'm waiting for the day Ann Margaret does that shit.
She might already. I don't know.
Yeah, because she's
Maybe I'll turn into a weird, 60s star fucker.
I'm going to get a whole bunch of autographs of these old broads before they die.
Well, because one's, what's her name? God damn it. Her name's slipping my fucking memory just now because I'm drinking Mickey's. But
Lucy Lawless.
No, but I know it's from the 60s. One of the biggest actresses from the 60s, and she's dead and gone. But her shit is going for $200, $300 a fucking 8x10. And they're not even personally addressed to you. Julie Newmar she wants it to be addressed to you because she doesn't want some asshole just want headshots to fucking distribute online.
Yeah, I think that's really cool. I'd much rather have it personalized.
Yeah. Oh, well, fuck yeah. I don't want shit that's not addressed to me. You know?
Unless that baseball I got with W.O. Brown's signature on it.
That's pretty bad.
That didn't need to be personalized because it was all about the movie.
Audrey Hepburn is who I'm thinking of, but yeah, but yeah. Her headshots are going $300, man.
Damn.
I mean,
God damn. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check and see which celebrities just will do that because that's really because remember back in the day you would send them a letter
right
with something in it and an envelope stamped and stuff and you send them a letter sucking them off
right
and then they send you a little love back.
Yeah, well, then Julie's doing it smart. She's getting 30, 35 by what I don't forget what it is, and she'll sign you some shit. Now you better not want it quick.
Yeah, you were getting a little concerned there because you said you ordered it about 2 weeks before your birthday.
Yeah, it's been about a month, and I started getting a little concerned. But
what if you had read Julie Newmar in intensive care? It's no.
Yeah. And then if the photo came in, and we went,
okay, all right, cool, all right. You can go peacefully now, Julie. Thank you, my love.
Yeah, the original Catwoman. And it's not a Catwoman photo, by the way, before any of you start going, so what is it? It's
It is a photo of like, oh, good morning, insert name here. I'm really glad we had that night of fucking beforehand.
Well, that's the smart pick, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Because everybody, I mean, shit, you can get a picture of Catwoman on your TV.
Yeah.
Now, when did Eartha Kitt come into the picture on that?
After, right?
Yeah, because like
Julie
I remember
Newmar
her
was
as
the
well.
original. Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know if it was Eartha Kitt or her.
Yeah.
So Newmar was the original.
Yeah. The original Catwoman.
You think they fired Julie Newmar just because Eartha Kitt could purr?
I don't know, but Julie Newmar is a fucking smart cookie because she didn't really do a lot of acting. She did a little bit of acting, a lot of modeling, actually. You know,
Well, look at her.
Yeah, but the smarter thing she did, she fucking turned into like a real estate person in the greater L.A. area, and completely transformed 2 different fucking sections of L.A. due to her real estate fucking proclivities.
Nice.
And no,
damn, that's awesome.
Yeah, no, she's fucking made way more money off of real estate than she ever did by acting.
And I'm sure she probably gets Batman residual checks.
Oh, I'm sure
all the
she
time.
gets.
I mean, I'm sure it's gone.
I'm sure
down.
it's like $5 checks here and
yeah,
there. But,
until like Netflix picks it up, maybe they'll bump it up to 8. But that's smart. And see,
man.
that's a fucking woman, right?
Yeah, there you go.
A woman that's like,
so for all these assholes that are always going on and on about the whole Me Too movement and everything else, and like, yeah, we're always being held down. Go fucking make your own stake in this life. That's what it's about.
Yeah, man. And God, Julie Newmar, fucking knocking it out of the park.
Yeah, man.
Getting to enjoy life and just sign autographs for fucking nut jobs like you for a couple bucks. It's not bad.
Well, you're not wrong.
That's the life I want. Sign fucking autographs for my poor dilapidated fan base.
There you go. Yeah, like 2 or 3 maybe at this point.
Yeah. Well, and they'd probably pay $2 or $3. So, I mean, let's be honest.
I'm sure Ruben would probably swap you music for 8x10.
Fuck that. I've already pre-ordered that second album that he's still working on. Like I can't remember. I know it's been at least a year since I gave him the money that I just asked him how much to pre-order your album, and I was like, I'll pay whatever the first amount comes out of his mouth.
I'm relatively sure this has not been a full year.
I think it has.
I thought it was like end of summer, early fall.
I'll have to visit his Facebook page
maybe
because I know I made a comment saying, "Well, I already bought it."
Right. And I know the running joke with LJ was, alone in the room, still alone, being like the
still lonely,
which I thought would have been great.
That's what I added. The still lonely,
but nonetheless, yeah. And Ruben's doing good shit. I mean, and he's
he said
motivated, focusing on music.
He said he has a. Of course, we're not like big on the dubstep thing here,
right? But
he has completed one. He named it like Prince Street Blues, something like that. Something that has to do with Prince Street in Clovis. He says he's going to be uploading it to YouTube tomorrow.
Fuck yeah. All right. I'm not one to sit back and go, "Oh, you did this." That's not my. No. Fuck that. Appreciate everybody's approach to music and embrace that shit, man.
Ruben had been wanting to do an actual album for a long time, since we were in high school. Yeah. He always wanted to do that. Back to the days of when we'd go into my shop and he'd bring his little shitty fucking drum kit out, and I'd have my shitty little Jackson that I got for like $150 from the pawn shop and a little Boss distortion pedal, and we'd try to make music.
Yeah.
And, I mean, granted, nothing ever came out of it. A lot of good times came out of it, but no solid music. And now Ruben actually has a full-length album under his belt.
Yeah, fuck, we ought to get that motherfucker back on the show.
I know. Well, he said his work schedule changed, so I mean, it might be a little
actually
difficult.
More wide open.
Oh, especially probably like this amount of time, especially he's working nights.
Oh yeah, no, he said it's like easier now.
All right, Ruben, get your ass out here next week. Here's the invite.
The old nostalgia here. It reminds me of what I once saw that was written on a bathroom stall in Liberal, Kansas, and that is that
Liberal, Kansas.
Days of old, when nights were bold and toilets were not invented, you left your load upon the road and walked away contented.
That's I applaud it because it rhymed and invented. Yeah. I mean, that is a fucking limerick for the ages.
Invented is always a tough one to rhyme with, right? Because I usually spit these hot rhymes when I'm doing a fucking lot of hip-hop stuff.
Yes.
So.
Like Dylon, 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 and Dylon.
Ah, shit almighty. All right, it's the Mead Metal MMA podcast. How are you assholes doing this week?
Goddamn, what asshole's that?
That's the asshole slot machine thing I'm going to get rid of.
Yeah. I think we got enough free points.
Well, which band...
Did you get it figured out?
Yeah, which band did this song? So we're drinking Mickey's, by the way. Mickey's always has a clue underneath the bottle cap.
Oh, the Udo of Accept Classic.
Yeah, balls to the wall.
Nards to the shards.
Pick yourself up some Mickey's Big Mouth. He's sponsor of the show this week.
It'll help your brain out.
It will absolutely make you think
by
killing your liver.
It'll kill your liver, but not your brain cells. And really, that's what you need. The liver will recover.
Yeah, one would hope. But unless...
Until it doesn't.
I think there's that. It's Mead Metal MMA podcast. Get together once a week, talk about three big things that most of you expect out of it. Sometimes we talk about them. Fuck, who knows? Hitting the Mead side, we have 2 batches underway right now. As we've talked about before, we've got actually our batch 1, the original batch. We're working on that one right now. That'll be ready for bottling when we feel like it, because it's already in a glass carboy. It's good to go.
Yeah, we're just kind of waiting to see about the clarity.
Yeah, we might.
I haven't really looked at it.
Yeah, we might have to. But I mean, there's nothing wrong with actually, since we separated from the Lees, it is now basically its own independent entity to sit around in a glass carboy until we believe it's done.
Sure.
And then we'll bottle it probably sometime in June, I'm assuming. The other one, the Holly King. Our winter batch that we're doing. Yeah, and you might be saying, motherfuckers, it's only May. I know, because we like a little age on that.
Yeah, Holly King has kind of become our top tier, you know?
By the way, I'm going to let the goddamn dog in. We'll see how that goes. But
is that what I heard?
Yeah,
I thought that was Freddy Krueger coming from my soul.
It is.
But yeah, the Holly King has kind of become the mead that we know. In about a solid year of production, it will be amazing. And it gets even better with each passing year. That might be one of the few meads to be like, hey, buy 2 bottles, drink one for this holiday season, hold on to one for the next one.
Yeah, well, because we just drank, about a 3-year-old bottle of mead or something like that? 2.5 bottle.
2016 Holly King, 2.5.
Yeah, just over my birthday weekend, so...
Ooh.
Yeah, and it was worth it. It was worth it.
It was. The flavor profile came out beautifully,
because really what it is, it's a straight mead with peppermint and juniper. So it's kind of a little festive right there. But that's really about it.
Yeah.
I actually gave some thought to going ahead and instead of using peppermint extract, using some peppermint out of my fucking herb garden. Maybe a little spearmint thrown in for good measure, because both those fucking things are really kind of taking over out there. Yeah.
That's true. You have that ability now.
Yep. And the oils are really all we want. So all you got to do is just pull a shitload of leaves, bruise the fuck out of them, and then put them into your meat and let them sit there for a week or 10 days.
I'll go beat shit out of some spearmint.
Yeah.
Wow, that would give a completely different fucking overall enjoyment.
I think so.
Because
it runs
that
the potential of putting a little trash in there because the leaves will break down.
True, but that extract has a little bit of sugar in it.
And it does. It has an industrial flavor to it that I'm not overly fond of.
Yeah. Same as like a chewing gum.
Almost.
It has a similar, but like with the juniper berries paired with it, it changes it enough where it doesn't seem that way.
Right.
Maybe with the leaves, that might actually give us that au naturel that we're really looking for, which that's what we're always looking for.
Yeah, I really think as long as we probably have the amendments in probably here within about a month. Within a month. Because I've already got the juniper berries. We've already got that. And that mint tends to take over. I mean, I'll have a fucking shitload within a month. So.
God, man. You remember Skyrim is what started this?
For the peppermint?
Yeah. No, for the juniper berries. Because when I was playing one of the expansions, there's a mead maker character in it. And he talked about a mead that he would make with juniper berries, and he could send you on a side mission to go collect about 20 juniper berries.
Well, it's a little counterintuitive because mead has a tendency. Well, it's a sweet drink. It's wine's fucking grandfather is what it is. Well, gin has been kind of really more or less a thing for the last 300 years. Mead goes back over 1,000.
Sure.
So, but my premise on this is that you're wanting to introduce something bitter into something that's kind of sweet. So therefore, you really don't want the profile necessarily as much as you do kind of the characteristic.
which you get after a year.
Right. Well,
I mean, there was never a bottle of Holly King I cracked open that was bitter.
I think it should still probably, work pretty well when we probably uncase this stuff at the next wine and cheese social we do here at the Mead Hall. So.
Oh, man. We're getting nearly halfway there to that.
Yeah, we're... damn. We are roughly at
I'm
about...
going to go in the corner and be old.
7 months out, yeah.
Man, where's the fucking year gone, dude?
Well, it goes fast. Good times.
It's like Ricky Bobby likes to go fast.
Which, by the way, and I'm going to point this out too, I will let you know that Brandon might have come up with the greatest question of all time. And it seems easy. When you first think about it, it's like, yeah, you sons of bitches are getting lazy. No. We'll get to that here a little bit later in the show. So don't go wandering off too much, because it's going to be an amazing little breakdown of some stuff. And it turns out what I thought have always been my favorite bands of all time maybe are not as great as I thought they were.
Well, when you break them down on a molecular level, basically.
All right, let's get to the metal side of it. I'm not impressed with this week's releases. There's one huge one. If you're if you're into the really heavy shit, this might be your week, actually.
Yeah, and like albums named after snakes. There's a lot of snake.
No witches this week, just snakes.
Yeah, it was like witches one week and snakes this week. Monomarth put out Berserker.
Yeah, that's the one that if you've been into fucking metal for any length of time, because those guys have been around 12 years now.
A lot longer than that.
Wow,
since the 90s.
Holy shit! Well, there you go. Now, is it a big surprise that they're actually doing some? It's like what called Viking 1, I think, or something like that.
This is called Berserker.
Berserker, yeah. Well, yeah, and it's not surprisingly, it's a.
You can't be called a Monomarth and put out like songs to break up with your bitch. You can't do it.
Love songs and ballads.
No, I mean, when a Monomarth release comes out, you know what you're getting.
Favorite record that you have?
Twilight of the Thunder God.
There you go.
Yeah, because that is where I feel like they did their shit the best. And every album they do change a little bit. In Berserker they do it too, but I feel like they changed more the delivery of like music videos, because they're very lighthearted in this.
Oh.
You know, like there's that one where they're playing like a small show, you know?
Right.
It's just like pretty lighthearted, and then at the end of it, it alludes to evil into the next video.
So it's not a weird thing where they like go crazy with this weird fucking like making landfall in Britain and like murdering fools.
Raven's Flight does that.
Okay.
And it's really just 2 berserkers, which I'm glad it wasn't like a whoredom, because really if it's berserkers, 2 is all you need. But overall, this album, a Monomarth they don't really need to change anything. They are a Viking band.
Yeah.
That is what they are, and that's what they will always be.
I would have to say that actually out of all the releases this week, that's the only one I'm really familiar with.
Yeah, it's the only one I'll go back and I'll check out another track or 2. Now, for the rest of it, again, there's so many. There was a Myrath release, Tunisian progressive power metal. This video is ridiculous. Again, the video, the screenshot has a huge python on it and a weird Tunisian man. But if you've ever watched power metal videos like Glory Hammer, they're fucking ridiculous. More times than not in a good way, but I'm not sure this one is in a good way. Metal Injection made a comment about there's a part in the video where this guy is steering a ship at the helm. He's like 4 feet away from the steering wheel, but he's steering it with his mind and his hands.
Well,
he's like, motherfucker, why the fuck don't you just take 4 steps and use your hands for real? Save your energy for like battle, because battle's clearly on the way.
Pull on your work gloves and handle that shit yourself.
And that's, like I said, more times than not, power metal music videos are entertaining as fuck because they're ridiculous. This one is just fucking ridiculous. If you want good power metal, listen to Glory Hammer. And now band Ringworm, Death Becomes My Voice. I listened to it for like 10 seconds. I'm like, God damn it, I'm not a thrash hardcore
It says
guy. I just can't
it's
do it.
thrash,
I
right?
can't do it, yeah.
Yeah.
And it was on Relapse Records. That's also a big flag if it's for like the type of music you're going to get. Silver Snakes, Death in the Moon, some progressive out of L.A. If you like Nine Inch Nails circa 1994, you might actually really dig these people.
Might have to check that one out a little bit. I didn't go deep today. When I started looking up and down the list, I went, well, this week fucking sucks. I mean, a Monomarth, fine, great. Because dude's going to make, because that's the same dude that has Grimfrost, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, Johan Hegg has, he's a Grimfrost cat.
So, I mean, it's fine. I appreciate his business model because it's not completely unlike some other people I know.
But the dude went all in on it.
Yeah.
And it's a niche fucking arena that's starting to pick up a lot of steam.
Kind of, especially among the what's that, Society of Creative
Quathos?
SCA, the SCA people. I don't know, the ones that fucking wear a bunch of armor and beat each other with like baton sticks.
Yeah, the not LARP, but Amp Guard.
No,
that was Guard. Card. You know it's Card, Amp Gear?
I think it's SCA. I don't remember what the fucking A stands for. Society of Contemptible Assholes. I don't know. Whatever it is.
That's way better.
Yeah. So if you're selling like Viking era shit, like tunics and all this other shit, cool. And that guy went kind of all in on this, and he's not wrong because, man, it's a niche market, but shit, that's a market with a bunch of fucking people with a lot of money in their pockets.
That's a big thing.
And selling meat at like $80 a bottle. What the fuck are we doing wrong here? You know?
And I mean, their mead was good, but it wasn't. It wasn't because I've had our shit so much that it's changed my entire.
Well, yeah, because the shit
it.
we drink around here is truly based. It would stand side by side with anything made fucking 1,000 years ago.
Yeah, Aaron Yonda from Beer and Board Games. That dude knew what we were wanting to pull off. And appreciate it because he's like, yeah, I like this, especially that first run Troublemaker, because it's really fucking dry.
Yeah.
And there's something to be said about a mead that you can enjoy, and when you swallow it, that fucker's gone.
Well, these cocksuckers nowadays are like pouring extra fucking honey down after it's already fucking fermented, pouring extra honey, pouring in extra fucking flavoring items that just throw it all off. So basically, you're covering up what you've already tried to develop. And it bothers me a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, the lingonberry was fine, but you're using lingonberry preserves to fucking finish it. And I don't like it.
And I would have much rather had that natural essence of the berry than, like, basically drinking something that Schmuckers would have made.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
it's pretty good meat. Anybody got some toast?
I feel like I could fucking put this on my pancakes and it'd be delicious.
Surprised IHOP didn't fucking sign on, yeah.
A couple things.
I'm not trying to be an asshole, but come on, man. It's something that we hold near and dear to our hearts. If you're going to fucking be in a Viking band, goddamn it, make Viking mead. That's all I say.
Yeah. Agreed. Before we get to the big question, happy birthday to Bing Crosby, born 1903.
Father of the Year.
Happy birthday to James Brown, 1933.
Husband of the Year.
Happy birthday to Christopher Cross.
Fuck that guy. Fuck that guy.
Who wrote Sailing. God damn it. This is a bad day to be born on, especially you're married, because you're probably beating the shit out of your lady. And the last thing, 1968, this is the day Jimi Hendrix recorded Voodoo Chop.
There you go.
And a year later...
Or as some of you people from West Texas call it, Voodoo Chili, because,
And then on that same day, a year later, Jimi Hendrix was arrested by police on his way to Toronto for possession of hashish and heroin.
Well, heroin is a bad thing. It's not good for society.
Now.
Okay. Here's the thing. We've asked you people before.
Usually it's been homework, and I think this is proper homework for the day.
It should be. Because if you come up with an answer immediately, you're not playing the game right.
That's true.
Brandon posed this question to me yesterday, and I thought immediately, like, well, this is fucking too easy. And the more I thought about it, the more I had to disqualify albums I believed in or bands that I believed in with some albums that they had. And shit. And I narrowed it down. I was finally able to come up with one. This is a challenge.
Yes.
So we, right here on the Mead, Metal, and MMA podcast, are challenging you as Brandon poses a question to you. And don't fuck off. Do some real creative, introspective thinking of your favorite shit.
I didn't think your raid would come out in that way. Good man. But here's my question. What is your favorite album that you can listen to beginning to end without skipping a track, without skipping 10 seconds of a song that you don't like? That you can just put it on, sit the fuck down, experience it, and when it's over, you get off the ride.
With the added caveat that every song on that record is what you would call good.
Yeah. And you cannot choose concept albums.
Yeah. Well,
because those you have to listen to the whole thing to get the whole thing. Because my brain immediately went to Queensryche's Operation Mindcrime.
Mine kind of went to Decemberists, and was like, no, those are all fucking, Now, Rush's early stuff, and I'm a Rush fan. Rush's early stuff, a lot of concept albums, those are out.
Sure.
My favorite Rush album of all time, I thought, well, this would be easy, because Signals. That's my favorite record. No, because the fucking last 2 tracks on that fucking thing, Losing It and Countdown, not great songs.
See, this is where this question is actually far more difficult than I ever thought it would be, because it really makes you look at an album,
right,
and go back and listen to it and be like, oh man, that part is really not that great.
Now, if you want to cheese your way through and go, no, maybe not a good song, maybe not great, but it's okay, and I'll just let it play. Well, you're not playing the game right.
Yeah, I mean, there are tracks I will skip on Metallica albums.
Metallica's most accessible record, the Black Album. Well, you look up and down that track listing, everything on there is a hit, with 2 exceptions.
Yeah, and really, the last song, "Struggle Within," I always like after My Friend of Misery plays, I turn it off.
Yeah,
because I never listen to the "Struggle Within." It's a fine song, but it adds nothing to the experience of the Black Album.
The goal isn't to necessarily.
I hope LJ's not listening. He might be pissed.
He is.
Oh,
but
shit.
the goal isn't necessarily to, be able to like cheese your way through this thing and go, hey, it's fine. This is my idea. You better love every song on that record. It better be, in your opinion, the best shit that band has ever done. Now, you tell me. Look, I wanted to nominate Deep Purple, Perfect Strangers. Fuck that. There's like 3 songs on that bitch on the B side that aren't good.
Because that was 80s, right?
Yeah.
It came out
84, right?
Man.
83, 84, 85. 85.
It's and like even I was gonna pick Rain or Fog because I was like, one, it's easy, but Deaf Ears Blind Eyes is the one song that I'm kind of cool if I don't hear it.
The last track is the one that I have a little issue with, the slower one.
Yeah, All I Am.
And sometimes Drone doesn't do it for me. Sometimes it does.
Yeah. No, I agree.
But sometimes it doesn't.
Right now, Rain or Fog, the title track's what's doing it for me.
Now, I thought maybe we could look into like maybe Dirt, right?
Dirt?
Or maybe what's that other
Jar of Flies?
Jar of Flies.
Jar of Flies is an EP.
And that gets disqualified.
Yes.
Because
yeah,
otherwise
true.
I would have nominated this fucking Moon Sorrow fucking record. It's only got 2 tracks and it's an hour and 10 minutes, but it's got 2 tracks. And I can't...
Is that what defines the EP, the number of songs versus the running time?
Yeah, generally.
Okay.
Kind
I don't know,
of.
Man, 'cause
it's a moving target, though. It's bullshit because now in the world of digital music, everything's changed.
Sure.
In the old days, that'd be called an A-B because it's got an A side, got a B side, but it wouldn't fucking fit on a vinyl. It'd have been a fucking 2-record set to put on 2 songs, which is ridiculous.
And that is the one Moonstar album I really want on vinyl too.
Oh, really? The Telemursky?
Yeah. Oh man,
yeah.
You get Jotunheim on fucking vinyl.
Ooh. Oh no, I mean I'm talking about the one. It's a 2-track. It's a 2-tracker. That was the one I walked in and listened to when I got back from.
Isn't that the one that has Jotunheim and the other one?
Havitati is the and it's got 2 tracks: Born of Ice, Stream of Shadows, and Land Driven into Fire.
Oh wow,
2 tracks.
Okay.
One of which is 30. The other, it's only 26. So it's only 56 minutes.
Never mind.
Sorry,
DQ'd. So.
But I also wanted to think, okay, maybe Alice Cooper, Killers. No, because there's always a track in there. I even thought maybe Yes, Fragile. I'm going old school because I kept thinking, clearly, old shit will have a record. I love everything on it. Nope, can't do it.
There you go, man.
All right. You're a star. Okay.
Thanks.
Cool. All right. Yeah. There you go.
And Mickey's takes on a different flavor profile when it's a little less cool.
Yeah.
More
kind of. Well, it's always cool. Mickey's is always cool.
Tastes a little bit like armpit hair.
Or pubic hair, right?
Ooh.
Either way.
Ooh.
Either way. Well, it's not a Greek woman or a Serbian, and we're good. I even thought let's delve into some of this shit that I hate. And that'd be Poison or Cinderella or whatever.
Yeah.
I looked into some of their stuff and thinking, surely I can find an album. I go, well, God damn it. Okay, maybe this whole record is actually not objectionable. No, there's always a song
also
somewhere.
mention Pearl Jam's 10.
10 comes close. It comes very fucking close.
That one took a little bit of time and debate.
I really had to actually kind of talk myself out of that. Not so much because it is a record I can play start to finish. I don't have a problem with it. There's a couple of them that I go, all right, cool. I'm going to check out a little on this one, and then I'll keep listening, and I'll pick it up later.
There's one you'll stomach because the next one coming up is going to be dope.
Absolutely. And it's not even the B-side shit.
Sure. But we're talking great across the board.
Yeah. So there's your homework for the week. I want all of you. Well, if you don't mind, I know some of you don't like to fucking comment. I dig, but this is kind of a special occasion because
rarely do I have a spark of brilliance.
It's a challenge. It's a challenge to truly come up with, in your opinion. Now, and that's where it's subjective, because you could fucking give me some Def Leppard record, and I go, all right, cool, fine.
Ooh, I didn't even think about Def Leppard.
If you think everything on that whole fucking record's great, okay, fine.
All right, Def Leppard's Hysteria. That's my pick.
No, I even brought that up last night, and there's a couple I went, God, no, clearly not.
Yeah.
They didn't get radio play for a reason.
However, Die Hard the Hunter is a really great B-side on that album. It's like sounds so un-Def Leppard-y for the time.
Yeah. I want to go Mastodon, Crack the Sky. A couple on there, I just can't get behind those either.
And Cold Dark Place, but it's goddamn EP.
That's an EP.
Yep.
So anyway, put your thoughts to that for this week. We don't usually assign homework, but you've got it this time because we're at the end of the semester. So I need all you kiddos to fucking buck up.
Well, I mean, we're going to announce ours.
Yeah. We're in a moment.
Oh.
And
ooh.
go ahead and
getting antsy.
Go ahead and do yourself a little keg stand. Enjoy your weekend, and then get back to it next week. Have some ham sandwiches. Throw down some beers.
And you know what? Grill that ham sandwich.
Smoke a J. Hang out with some friends. Talk.
Sounds like what I do every weekend.
Talk amongst yourselves. And come up with something, because I want to know what you and I'm not. And here's the other thing. And I'm not going to sit here and bust your balls on the podcast about it, because it's subjective. Music is fucking subjective.
Oh, fuck yeah. No, I mean, we're not teenagers anymore. We're not going to talk shit unless you pick like Meshuggah or fucking
yeah,
Gojira.
I might bust your balls.
Then we're coming for you.
If it's something dumb, I will bust your balls. But I will say this, is that let us know in the comments, band and album, of what you think is the greatest, where every song on that record does something for you. Every song. And we can obviously disqualify Saint Anger. So, LJ, I know you want to comment, but no.
You know,
withhold that.
Yeah. I'm actually really curious to hear his, because I don't want to just hear what you chose. I also want to hear why you chose it.
I'd be willing to bet LJ's not going to pick Metallica.
I don't think he will either.
Right.
Now, that he might fucking prove us wrong. But
right.
I got a feeling he's going to pick something else a little.
I got a feeling Ruben's going to probably roll over Chevelle or Deftones, but maybe.
My first, he actually might get on my bandwagon.
Oh, really?
He might.
All right. Okay.
He might.
So it's time for us to reveal ours. Since we had a day to think about it, we did our homework, drank some beers, fucking talked about it, hung out with friends, and whatever else I talked about.
I made my selection last night after thinking about it for about 2.5 hours.
Which really, I thought, well, here's Brandon rolling out an easy question on a Thursday night. It's kind of so simplistic, it's dumb. No. If you love the band, you will give it some thought, and you'll be fucking very critical about that band.
Yeah, it was because you have to look at it and listen to it differently. You have to listen, not just because you're just hanging out, you know. You got to listen to it for what its fucking pros and cons are.
Man, I really wanted to go. Paul Bearer, Foundation's Burden.
close.
There's one.
So
There's one. There's
goddamn
one.
close.
There's one track on there that it's not great. It's not great. I really kind of thought, and I know Heartless is not everybody's cup of tea, and it's most of it is mine, but that gets further away from the fire.
Is it Watcher in the Dark or Vanish?
Yeah, Watcher in the Dark.
Watcher in the Dark.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't fucking kill the album at all.
No,
it is still, in my opinion as well, their
it
best
gives
album.
it continuity, but it's not a great song. What we're looking for is a record where every song on that album you say that's a great song. Every song.
Yeah.
And we're not. And by the way, the other one, don't fucking name you get fucking creative. Greatest hits are out. By the way.
Oh fuck yeah! If you pick greatest hits,
I shouldn't have to say that, but I wanted to make sure. I wanted to make sure.
Just you pick. It's got to be a fucking album that doesn't tell a story, and isn't just a compilation of all the greatest shit of the band you love. It's got to be a fucking catalog release.
So I will reveal mine. Now, we're in an era where we're waiting for Tool's next album to come out. I'm getting really, really excited about that. I mean, we talked about it already. Adam Jones pop it off with a quote-unquote new riff. So we're waiting for Tool to crank out their newest album, the first one in like, 9 years or some shit like that, which, by the way, they get a free pass because they're not a bunch of dicks like Witterson. Fuck those guys. But nonetheless, I had to do some thinking about it. And this one actually I inadvertently kind of just threw it. I was like, well, I might as well pick this band because I can listen to it start to finish. And the whole thing is maybe not my favorite record of all time, but everything on it is solid. My pick for Brandon's question of the week, my pick is... it's one of those, if you are a Tool fan, you haven't checked these guys out, you're fucking missing out.
Or if you live in Australia, you might already know about them.
Yeah. Lucid Planet, by the album name of Lucid Planet.
You know, when you said that, it really blew me away. Because you've listened to a lot of shit in your lifetime.
Fuck yeah.
Of varying degrees of rock.
Yeah.
And you picked something you discovered a couple years ago that you were looking for background music.
Yeah.
For like music you didn't even really need to hear. But then it turns out like, goddamn.
But yeah, that's
those guys were onto something.
And it kind of hit me like, shit, I don't know, a couple of years ago, and I thought, fuck me, what am I doing trying to make this background? This shit, it's basically, man, the bass player is not fucking Justin Chancellor. It's you don't have Adam Jones on guitar. You don't have Maynard James Keenan on the fucking vocals, but man, it comes pretty fucking close.
Right.
And there's not a bad track on that record, the first one. Don't go look at the EP because they've got one of those now as well. And they got a new record coming out allegedly this year. But Lucid Planet,
currently recording drums.
Yeah, Lucid Planet by Lucid Planet.
It's solid, dude. I remember we played it during a tabletop gaming sesh.
Right. And
then after we were done, it was still playing. And while we were discussing the events of what transpired, I just kept listening like, God damn, this is really good.
Yeah.
And then just kind of became a part of our musical vocabulary after that.
And it turns out it's like, God, this is horrible for background, but it's fucking awesome when you crank it really loud.
Exactly, yeah. I don't think we play Lucid Planet anymore when we do that.
And I would venture to say they get a
little too distracted.
They get a little heavier than Tool on occasion.
Yeah, I agree. They go riff.
Yeah.
Because, Tool's not a riff band.
No.
They sculpt. They
right.
sculpt and form an entire song. Man. Lucid Planet is if Tool were like a riff band.
Yeah.
And
it's on YouTube.
Works.
Lucid Planet by Lucid Planet. Now, everybody out there is saying, all right, well, the asshole that came up with this little fucking question there, or people had an easy one like, oh, yeah, okay, well, I was like, hear what Brandon's got to say so I can shit on his pick.
Nobody cares. Yeah, Nobody cares about what I think.
Yours is... I was actually kind of intrigued by yours because I don't know that I actually have ever sat down and listened to the whole fucking record.
Yeah, we got to listen to a few deep cuts from it last night.
Yeah.
And the fact... This is an album that I bought the Bride of Chucky soundtrack. I know I've told this tale because we had a discussion about in our opinion, the greatest video game movie soundtracks of all time.
Right.
Which I'd picked. It was a tough one for me between the Crow soundtrack for the original movie and Bride of Chucky. But I had to go with Bride of Chucky because that album introduced me to two bands. One of them was Static X, which I like them and for what they do. I mean, Static X is, if you're in a Static X mood, you can listen to that beginning to end. It's not going to be great,
sure, right.
but you're gonna feel pretty good afterwards. It's like a shot of ecstasy or something. And the other one's Typo Negative,
which is weird to me. And I will say this is because you don't bring Typo Negative to the table much, and I think it. And I could be wrong, but I think it's because the fact is that you kind of hold those guys in a certain regard that you want to make it a private Brandon thing, and you don't really want to introduce people into that process.
It's funny you put it that way. That's pretty close. It's Typo was always one of those bands that I fucking have just loved for years. They're certainly, and they're not even in my top 5 favorites at the moment, but they're a band I'll always go back to and just not just listen to one song. I'll listen to albums. And me and Ruben heard the song for the first time, and the song was "Love You to Death," which then we promptly went. I don't know if the October Rust album was out yet, but we went and bought Bloody Kisses. They had like shit. Fucking I can't remember.
It's fine.
But at the end of the day, we listened to it, we loved it, and then we bought October Rust. And October Rust, the 4th album in their entire chain, is probably one of the greatest doom metal albums I've ever heard.
Right.
I'd probably say the.
That's what, second to last for those guys? Third to last?
No, they put out World Coming Down after that, and Life Is Killing Me. So they had 2 more, and then Steel Bit the Dust on Your Birthday.
Yeah.
Thanks, buddy.
Yep. Abraham Lincoln got shot on the same day, and
Titanic
we weren't
also alive
thanks
for that.
Yeah. Fine. My birthday, a bad day for a lot of people.
It's a bad day for many different eras too. Shit. But the album opens with, it sounds like just skipping. Sounds like your fucking CD's fucking up. And then it has another track that's like them saying, fucking gotcha. Well, anyway, here's the album. And it opens with Love You to Death. And after that, it's like fucking onslaught after onslaught that gets your dick hard. If there's a woman nearby, she better beware.
Right.
Because you're about to fucking pour some wine and light some candles.
Oh.
And put your vampire teeth in them and get some work done.
God damn.
Exactly. And that's just the first goddamn song.
Right.
Be My Druidess, same goddamn thing. Every song on this album, except maybe Red Water, 'cause that's a little depressing. You could rail whatever you want at the time. Green Man, which Ruben, that's why Ruben loves Green Man so much.
Yeah.
Because
Mead, yeah.
he thought we were naming it after the type of song. I was like, no, it's actually a little more mythical.
Yeah.
But regardless, that the song Green Man is about that mythical being that we have on our label. Red Water, fucking depressing. My Girlfriend's Girlfriend, one of the singles off of it, which Love You to Death was too, and Praise of Bacchus was another single. A little bit of a fucking B cut. Cinnamon Girl, Neil Young cover.
Right.
One of the best covers of Neil Young I've ever heard.
Because they made it theirs.
Yeah.
If you're going to do a cover and you're just basically going to cover it exactly the way that the original artist did it, then why are you bothering?
Exactly.
And now, granted, understand we're also the guys that did a fucking Cure cover that fucking sounds nothing like the original. So,
I love that shit, man. You make it yours.
Right.
And the last 2 tracks, which one you heard last night, Wolf Moon.
Right.
Fucking straight up jam, but Haunted is
Probably maybe that might be the first time I heard that track, actually.
Yeah, I haven't heard it in, God, I haven't listened to October Rust Began in a long time until I did it today. But Haunted, oh my God, Haunted is one of the best album closers ever. Ever. Winter Sun has the mantle for one of the best album openers.
Right. As much as we hate those cocksuckers.
Yeah, we still
Time One's intro is the best fucking metal intro of all time. But
I would say Haunted is one of the best album closers out there.
Right.
I'd even put it above Spit Out the Bone. Spit Out the Bone provides a different kind of energy than Haunted does.
Yeah.
Haunted is like post-coitus. Now you just want to get some rest.
There you go.
But yeah, that's my number one beginning to end. Listen to the whole goddamn thing whenever it comes on.
So what we want you to do, let us know in the comments. Give us what yours is, band and album. And it'd be great if you gave us a why. I know, fuck, we live in a society that's like, I ain't got time for that shit.
Oh, no, fuck that, man. People are always wanting you to tell you their opinion.
Okay, well, there it is. Here's your opportunity.
Yeah, we want to hear you.
Let's move to MMA because I don't want to run out of time this evening. There's a fucking big... I don't care for the prelims.
Agreed.
Although, the prelims actually interesting. And Faraz Zahabi's fucking younger brother's on the prelims.
Really?
Yeah, I'm on Hobby.
Let me pull that up. I got the main card on the UFC website. See, Mitch Gagnon.
Yeah.
Nordine Taleb.
It's in Ottawa, so it's going to be...
Zahabi, fighting Vince Morales bantamweight.
Yeah. I mean, which is fine.
And at 3 p.m. Mountain Standard Time.
Yeah, I don't know. Will I have it on 3? Yes. Are you a friend of mine in the local area? Are you invited over? Yes. But man, it's going to be a interesting day.
Yeah, early day fight cards.
It could be worse. It could be in fucking Europe, so that's okay. I can't.
And the main cards start at 3.
Yeah.
But let's go ahead and run down that kick-ass main card because it is pretty good.
Main card's not bad.
The entire card's going to be on ESPN Plus, which is also really good. At middleweight, we got 2 fighters I've never heard of. Marc-Andre Barriault fighting Andrew Sanchez. Andrew Sanchez looks like he has a proper beard. I'm going with that guy.
The Dirty Sanchez.
I'm not going to go with the Canadian. I think Canadians are going to have a bad night.
Yeah, well, it's in their capital. Never do that.
Because they always have a bad night.
Yeah.
Heavyweight bout. 9th ranked heavyweight Walt Harris fighting Sergey Spivak. Vlade Divac.
Because I thought Walt Harris. I got really excited about Walt Harris, but
he won his last fight.
Yeah.
And every fight he wins in knockout fashion.
Yep, got Walt Harris on that one. Sorry, I had to bring up my shit here. Yeah.
The Polar Bear fighting out of Moldova. Dude is undefeated. He's an undefeated heavyweight.
Yeah, but he has no picture on the website.
And the UFC website didn't even have his reach. Yeah. You know they have leg reach on the website? Why don't they throw that in on the cards?
Doesn't matter. It's ESPN now, so dumb it down.
I'm going to go Walt Harris on that.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll go with the guy that's got a photo against the guy that doesn't.
After that, we got Superman Brad Katona fighting Merab the Machine Dvalishvili.
Vashvili, yeah.
Vashvili? That's pretty close.
Yeah, I'm going to go Katona only because of the fact he hadn't been defeated yet. He's got a couple of fights under his belt in UFC. But again, he's not exactly been a tested fighter, so we'll see.
I think, God, I almost hate to go with the Canadian on this one. It'll be Brad Katona, but that fight's going the distance, and I don't think he's gonna. He'll appease his fans in Canada, but he's not going to win anymore.
It's going to be a boring decision, and it'll make people question why we're watching boring fights.
Here's where shit starts to get a little interesting. Yep. You got 10th ranked Cub Swanson fighting Hurricane Shane Burgos.
Shane Burgos has been impressing me a little bit with some of his fights lately. I realize he's not the veteran that Cub Swanson is.
Yeah. Which, let's keep in mind, Cub Swanson lost his last fight in pretty significant fashion.
Yeah, but Burgos is actually on the way up. I think Swanson on his way down.
It's the trend of fucking putting the old dog against the new pup.
Yeah,
as Huff would say.
Right.
What is she tired of the old dog? She wants a little bit of the young pup.
You're making a Step Brothers reference, aren't you? Yeah.
Yep. I got Shade, but I think Cub will be able to withstand the storm. But he's going to get his ass
I think it'll be an
beat.
Interesting fight, but I do think that Swanson's. We'll start seeing him be the new Jim Miller, and he'll be on all the early prelims from now on.
Yep. Your co-main event, which this is, this guy might not be a model anymore after this. You got Derek Brunson fighting the Spartan Elias Theodorou.
I want to go on record saying I hate Elias Theodorou with a passion.
He's so handsome, dude.
Well, and he plays off this weird Canadian.
Well, he's a ring guy for Invicta.
Yeah.
On the side.
Yeah, he's man-ass.
Luke Rockhold
right?
is one that always talks about, like, man, I'm an underwear model when I ain't doing this. Elias didn't tell anybody he was doing the Invictus shit.
Yeah. Elias Theodorou, he's truly just man piece. But the thing is, though, dude can also fight. And the fucking fact of the matter is he's really athletic. Derek Brunson struggles with athletes, man.
Sure. Yeah. First round, he's great.
Yeah.
But that 185 cut's got to be tough for him. Man.
And I think Theodorou is probably in front of Canadians. I think he'll probably win. I don't like it.
He's only 17-2, man. And Derek Brunson, a win for Elias over him would fucking put him in the top 10 probably.
Well, and then he'd have to fight outside of Canada, and Elias doesn't do that often. You know,
Olivier
I'm actually
Mercier
a little
also.
shocked that we're not fucking seeing, Aubin Mercier fighting on this one.
That's true, and he won his last fight, and it was outside of Canada.
Now, all of those fights, they're fine, but they don't fucking mean a thing.
Yeah, this is the one. This is really the one you want to see, and you'll watch the whole card to watch this one fight, I think. Raging Al Iaquinta, 4th ranked at lightweight, fighting 8th ranked Donald Cowboy Cerrone.
God, what a good fight this is going to be.
What a great fight, man.
Cerrone made weight today, 155.5. Watch the weigh-in on that guy. Because I kind of wondered, because he's been really comfortable fighting 170 for a while. I know he fought a lightweight the last fight out.
He's 2-0 as a dad, as he said.
Yeah, man, I don't know. Iaquinta, I appreciate that guy because that guy has fought Khabib. You know,
you're a fucking Khabib.
Khabib Nurmagomedov. He's the guy that took him to a decision. You know, lost, but took him to a decision. Because Al Iaquinta's got a great corner with probably maybe my 2 favorite fucking guys in the corner in the UFC, Ray Longo and Matt Serra.
The 2 guys that need a buddy comedy.
They have to have.
Like Harry and Lloyd from Dumb and Dumber.
Give those assholes a reality fucking TV show. Fuck the Kardashians.
Get Dana White out of looking for a fight and just let Ray Longo and Matt Serra take care of it.
Indeed. Indy all day fucking long.
I don't need to hear Dana White fucking stroking his dick and cursing about how great that fucking fighter is. However, I will listen to Ray Longo and Matt Serra stroke each other's dicks talking about how great that fucking fighter is.
Hell yeah. Now, having said that,
he's fighting Donald Cerrone.
I am a fan of Cerrone. I'm a fan of Iaquinta, but I'm a real fan of Cerrone.
We got to see
Cerrone lives up the road from here in fucking Mountain Air. So, I mean.
We got to see Cerrone do work in Austin.
Yeah.
The guy has made New Mexico his home.
For now.
He's made a ranch that fucking helps other fighters, which he's already got his plan B there. I know he said he didn't want to train after he retired.
And he doesn't have to. He doesn't have to go to fucking Jackson and Mike Winklejohn being the asshole he is. Fuck that guy. But, you know, and I think Cerrone's figured out a workaround.
Here's the thing. Cerrone's a slow start. Now he's back at lightweight. That slow starter is going to be a little bit longer. I think Al's going to come out fucking hard and fast. I really do.
But if he does, and Cerrone's able to get him to the ground, that thing
that's when the whole
game
changes.
Fight.
As soon as it goes to the ground, Al's in big trouble.
Yeah.
As long as he doesn't do what Mike Perry did.
Right.
And try to I'm going to try to fucking stack him and ground and pound him. It's like, I'm going to fucking break your arm for that. Thanks for coming. I don't think Al will do that. Al's a lot smarter than Mike Perry. But at the end of the day, this is fucking Donald Cerrone fighting for a kid. And he has finished all the fights for his kid. Yep. And I think he's going to do it again. I think it's going to go a little longer because Al went the distance with Khabib. And you got to give him credit for that.
Sure.
Donald Cerrone, 3rd round, submission finish.
Yeah, probably something off his back, too.
Yeah, agreed. I think Al's going to take him down in a moment of hasteness. And Cerrone's going to find an arm or a neck. It's going to be bad.
I'm out of Mickey's. I need to get another one in front of me. So let's go ahead and move to our picks.
Drinking Mickey's.
We
jamming.
Lucid Planet, oddly.
I'm gonna be jamming fucking Typo Negatives Haunted here in a little bit.
I sincerely, I can't say it enough. I want you fucking people to let me know what your pick is. I'm not gonna castigate you for it. I will appreciate you for it, and I'll probably actually go and listen to what your shit is.
That's a fact. Yeah. You know, because how the fuck are we gonna know if we just see it and be like, oh cool, we're gonna fucking listen to it as well.
Yeah. Other than that, also putting together marinade, doing tacos al pastor tomorrow. So.
Sounds way fancy.
It's not. And then fights I got Firas Zahabi's brother winning by a huge fucking right hook in the 2nd round.
Damn. Like that one Okami wore at 1?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
I think Cerrone's going to land a 5-hit combo on Al.
Well, there we go.
Going to outshine that 4-hit combo he landed a couple years ago.
Right. All right. There we go. Well, we got shits to do.
Hey, knock, knock.
Who's there?
Let's go get drunk.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, man, what happened?
I think maybe going getting drunk might be the thing.
I think I think my brain exploded.
Yeah. Oh, you're talking about the music? Oh, it's Lucid Planet. We just kind of hit the end of the track.
I know.
End of the
That's all
intro
that was
to
like,
another
God, what did we
track.
break?
Oh, fuck no, we didn't break shit.
Thank you, friends.
Indeed. Hey, we'll be back again next week. Maybe with Ruben, maybe not. We'll see. We'll figure it out.
We called him out. Ruben, you don't have to comment. You can tell us what your favorite album is front to back on the show.
Yeah, that'd be all right. All right, anyway, thanks for hanging out. Appreciate shit out of every one of you fucking people. Get into your weekend.
Ooh.
And enjoy.
Let's go get drunk.
All right.